It's all on how you spin it. That's all real estate is.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
What would you say to people that have said, I try and get buyer agreements, they just don't want to do it?
That means one or two things. Either you're not role playing enough to understand your own scripting, or you haven't shown enough value. So either you don't know what your value is, or you haven't figured it out yet, right? Actually, that's the same thing. So you haven't figured out what your value is, right? So
let's say I'm a brand new realtor, right? And you're in my market. How am you're going to give us the insights, right? So hopefully someone in your market's going to do this and actually follow the advice. But how do they say beat you? Like, how do they produce value that is going to, basically make them a separate, choice to you? So it's not like you've got 12 years, I'm brand new, right?
Yeah.
You've been part of the biggest teams in the world. Highest producing best, it's insane. So you have just like a plethora of experience, knowledge. You're doing stuff most realtors dream of in their careers. So how does a new agent come in, show unique value, and say win a deal off you?
I'm going to give you guys something hilarious here. It's all on how you spin it, right? Let's say a new agent is interviewing a buyer and I'm also interviewing that buyer. If I knew that Matthew is the other agent and I'm the new buyer, I'm going to push on the fact that Matt's probably too busy for you. I have all this time to dedicate to finding you the perfect property, and you're my only client. That means I'm going to give you everything I possibly need. Not only that, I'm with X brokerage and they have so much support for me. My broker's going to help me with this deal, which means that it's all on how you spin it. That's all real estate is. But you spin it, but you have to execute it because you're dealing with people's biggest investment in life.
Yeah, I like that actually, because I've done this, right? I've actually done this. So this is I won't divulge who it was or the company. This was it was actually, it was nearly $1 billion kind of franchise company, right? And I mean, disclaimer, I didn't actually win. I came second, right? Which they told me. But the way I got through 30 other people competing was I was smaller, but I used that exact strategy to my advantage. I was like, listen, you will be my biggest client. You will get looked after. Like, I'll be on, there. Whatever you need, I'll run the extra mile. And that was my pull. My pull was like, I will make sure if that dream house is there, it's in your area and it's in your price range, like you get it. I'll go above and beyond to do that. And that's how, there's these other companies out there, there's these other agents out there that are way bigger. And yes, they're experienced and yes, they're great. However, like you said, they've got tons of people, they're making loads of money, and you are just another cog in the wheel. It will, you can spin it like that, even though they might be super personalized.
Yeah.
But with us, you're speaking to me, like how many, I'm not sure, again, if people listening or yourself have had any experience of this, going to like a local business site, you speak to the owner all the time. So when you've got a problem, you go and speak to the owner and intuitively that he's like, I want to make this right, because he's got the pull to make it right, rather than being, 7 levels deep, right? So I think it's a great strategy that people can go out and action. And I hope someone in Calgary listens to this, Matt. You'll be like, "You lost," and they'll be like,
again,
we're going to throw you under the bus, man.
Yeah. Let me prefix this. None of this exists without Brad. Okay. And the best part is that everybody in Calgary, especially in the real estate community, knows Brad is probably the hardest working realtor out there, bar none. Like, for sure. So you could be a new agent, you could be an experienced agent. You go up against Brad or our team, you know that you have the hardest working person behind you. So you're going to lose, but go ahead and give it a go.
There's still a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
That's all our listeners need. I do have a little follow-up here for you. I heard you say a platinum buyers program.
Yes.
What does that mean? Are you offering like an additional service that is outside of being a realtor only? Because I think there's listeners here that are very transactional, right? What's the lowest hanging fruit? How can I get my commission? How can I get my deal? How do I offer value? Because they're looking at the leads not as clients, and some genuinely care, some don't. But some of them, want to go that extra mile, but they have just no idea where to even go, where to even start, where to even look. So what is that platinum buyers experience or program? If you're down to share, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Give us some kind of framework. You don't have to disclose exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of what the value that you bring, because before you even get into the BAA, you have stacks on stacks and layers. So I'm assuming there's no pushback where it's like, here's a buyer's agreement, here's how we work together. It's like, oh, cool. Hey, where do I sign on the dotted line?
Yeah.
It takes that pressure off because the process, you've built up so much value throughout the whole thing.
Correct. So here's what it is. The average realtor is going to take down what you're looking for. I'm looking for a single family, 3-bedroom, blah, 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 blah. Put it into MLS, our listing service, right? Into our database. And it's going to automatically email those clients, those properties that are active on the market. And that realtor is going to sit back and wait for the right property to come up.
Isn't it like 95% of people?
Yeah, it's probably more. In the Platinum Home Purchase Plan, we outline how we're going to go find the perfect home. Whether that's, without me completely disclosing everything, whether that's off market, mailers. A lot of realtors should be door knocking, or whatever avenue we have to find that right property, we're going to go get it. We're not going to just wait for another realtor to list it. So that's part of it as well, right?
So screw low inventory. You guys will go and find the inventory. You're going to go that extra mile. If farming a neighborhood means farming a neighborhood, like you're going to do that, and you're going to build the relationships, even potentially with your next buyers or your next sellers, because it's mutually beneficial.
Here's what's crazy, and again, we really haven't talked about the numbers. I don't like talking about numbers because I don't like really talking about myself, to be honest. But
dude, stop being so humble.
Let's do it. Let's wrap up here with the numbers, and let's give everyone some context.
Oh, okay, sure. Actually, maybe not. 75% of our deals will be off market.
Wow, that's awesome.
I bet you there's not another team out there that has that. And we have inventory of property off market that no one else has.
That's huge.
So you're not even competing. You've literally made your own market.
Again, let me go back. If it wasn't for Brad, we wouldn't be here. That guy knows how to figure out where we need to jig and jive to make our own market. He said it a few years ago. He said, I'm not going to live by Calgary's market. I'm going to make my own market. And he did.
That's huge.
He's crazy, but he did it.
And he's living up to it now. And obviously you're part of his amazing team. So I think, Matt, that is a perfect ending to an amazing episode with you. So thank you for jumping on with us today, sharing some incredible value. And thank you all for listening. Matt, if people want to reach out, come and join Brad's team and your team in Calgary, or they want to reach out and ask some more questions, like where can they find you?
I'm going to give you my cell phone, 403-836-5984. Email me at matt@infillhub.com, infillhub.com. Check out Double Your Income Coaching, which is what we're going to be exploding. And you can contact me anytime. I'm happy to help anybody. That is in us to help.
Amazing. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.